My friends, do you like horror movies? Or have you ever watched, at least once in your life, a movie, let it be like a thriller or a horror, about demon possessions? I mean, this type of movie where there is a person who is being possessed by some kind of like evil force, a demon. Then, of course, there is like a person, usually it's like a priest or a pastor, who is trying to take this demon out of this possessed person. My dear viewer, if this whole time you thought that the concept of I don't know, like demons and angels too, is just something that you can meet like in some holy scriptures, in some like religious stories, like in some fairy tales, then I'm here to tell you that this is something more than just a fairy tale or the idea that appears in a Bible or in other holy scriptures. My friends, if you're new here, you need to know one thing about me. I'm the person who honestly believes that almost everything that appears, for example, in the Bible, because I'm an ex-Christian person. I came from a very religious, like Catholic family. Everything that appears in a Bible, you can take in two ways. Of course, you can read the Bible and then you can treat everything as like, yeah, the story, the basis of the Christianity or any other religion. But then, like, you can take it literally, right? But then, guys, there is another way to see different things that appear in a Bible. You can take it symbolically, my friends. And I think this is what Gnosticism was trying to do, like, back in time. By saying Gnosticism, I mean people who believed that not everything from the Bible needs to be taken literally, like seriously, but symbolically. For example, I stand for the idea that Bible, the Holy Bible, is actually a mirror, or maybe even like the proper word will be a channel to a human soul. Think about it as a portal, or I don't know, a window to a human soul. Really, you can take many things from the Old Testament and then the New Testament, and you can treat them not in a literal way, but in a symbolic way. And then you will see how in many ways they are actually mirroring back what is inside us, like what is within us. So yeah, today in this video, guys, I'm gonna share with you my thoughts about why angels and demons are not just some, I mean, of course they can be, like they could be some entities, yeah, like light and dark entities that really exist somewhere in the spiritual realm. But today I want us to focus on how these two things, like angels and demons, again can serve as some kind of window to our human psyche, how they can actually exist inside us, and why every single person on this planet is being possessed by demons right now in this exact moment. But before we start, welcome everyone to the House of Light and Darkness. My name is Lisa, and this is a place for me and you guys where we explore our human but in the same time divine nature, and we are trying to look deep within ourselves to finally understand who we really are, what we are here for, and what most important, how can we transform our life. Guys, again, no one is trying to tell you that angels and demons couldn't be real entities that exist in this spiritual world. Remember, we have two worlds that we live in. We have two different realities that coexist with each other, and we experience them, like both of these two realities, in our daily life. These are like this 3D physical reality that we live in, that you can see, you can touch, you can smell. But then there is also this spiritual realm, okay? So this spiritual reality that you cannot see, you cannot touch, but you can feel, you can sense. And so when we talk about this physical 3D reality, I know there are people like me too, who experienced in their life the presence of, for example, angels and demons. I believe I encountered demons, real demons in my life, and angels too, but like in a human form. This is why, if you want, you can take these two ideas and translate them, like explain them in this physical sense, okay? And you can think about them as real beings. But another thing about me, my friends, is that I prefer to focus more on our spirituality. When it comes to spirituality, my friends, these two things, angels and demons, they stop being a real like beings, real entities that can exist somewhere there, but they start being ideas, okay? Ideas, again, that can be like a window to our human psyche, to our human soul. And so now I want you to think about what usually comes to your mind, to your head, when you think about demons. Like, what are your first associations? Probably you will think that demon is like an evil entity, right? This is something who is cruel. This is something who doesn't have any kind of empathy. This dark entity has his interest in fighting against people. Demons, they don't like people. They like to hurt people. They like to see people suffer. And then the next thing that I want you to do, guys, is try to remind yourself any kind of situation in your life that you had experienced in your life where you were like out of control, where you lost control over yourself and you acted, you had done something really cruel, really bad. Maybe you had done something wrong to the other person. Maybe you were the reason for other person's suffering. Or another example could be when there was a person who did something wrong to you and then you felt a need to take revenge and you had really bad intentions towards this other person, like you literally wanted to fight this other person. Okay, and now my friends, can you see the similarity between what we usually associate with demons, with demonic entities, and how can you act sometimes when you don't control your emotions, when you lose control over yourself? Now let's talk about angels. Of course, they are the opposite side of demons. They are light entities. They have their interest in helping people, in helping humanity. They wish us good. They are doing good things. They have love. They have empathy. They have compassion. Now, my dear viewer, I want you to remind yourself a situation from your past where you were in a role of an angel for the other person. The situation where you showed compassion or love or understanding to other person. The moment where you were helping someone else. The moment where you were this light entity, this light being. Or have you ever heard someone saying to you like, "Oh my God, thank you so much, you're literally an angel." I've heard it many times in my life when I helped someone else. So again, guys, can you see the similarity? Can you see the bond between angels being these light entities and you sometimes stepping into the role of an angel? So what I'm trying to tell you is that when it comes to this spiritual reality, my friend, you can be possessed by demons. These are these negative behavior patterns. These are negative thoughts inside your head. These are situations when you lose control over yourself and you cannot control your emotions, and so you let this inner beast inside yourself out. When you are being cruel, when you are doing something bad, really bad to other people, you can be this dark entity. You are being possessed by demons in that exact moment when you don't fight this darkness inside yourself, but you let it out and you also allow this darkness to impact other people around you. And then you can step into the role of an angel again when you are showing compassion and love and understanding to other people, when you are helping them, when you are doing something without thinking about your benefits, how this thing can benefit you, when you are doing something out of this like inner light inside yourself. And now let me tell you that there is nothing to be afraid of, like, oh my God, I'm being possessed by demons. Yes, demons and angels, they exist inside you. Again, these are some behavior patterns, these are thoughts, these are your beliefs, these are your emotions that sometimes you cannot control. But the thing that you need to know, my dear viewer, is that you cannot take them out of you, you cannot throw them away, but what you can do is to integrate them inside your psyche, inside your mind, inside yourself. You can become their master, you can become their boss. You can become a person in power who demands obedience from angels and demons inside you. Imagine having the ability to control or to command the whole demon army. This is a possible thing, this is a real thing, this is something that you can do, you can achieve. When you first explore, when you first try to understand what are your inner demons, what are your triggers, what are your inner complexes, what are your fears, what are your negative beliefs and perspectives, which of your emotional states or just like some kind of negative emotions you sometimes cannot control, like you sometimes cannot tame. When you will find the answer for this question, this is the moment when you can start learning how to tame your demons, how to command them, how you can make them serve you. So this is again something that is strongly connected to the name of my channel, like the House of Light and Darkness. Guys, we are houses of light and darkness, each of us, like you are the house of light and darkness, because there is a light inside you and there is a darkness. And so there are angels existing in your light space inside you, and there are demons existing in this darkness inside you. The whole become a master of reality thing is not about pretending that you don't have a darkness inside you or trying to hide this darkness, but again to integrate these two sides of your psyche, these two sides of your true nature. It's like first you have to admit that you have a light and a darkness inside you, that you have angels and demons, that sometimes you can be an angel and sometimes you can be a demon. But then to learn how to live your life with being a person in power. Again, a person who is not being controlled by demons, but a person who controls the demons, who commands them, who demands obedience. Just imagine, my friend, being a person who doesn't allow his negative emotions to control himself. A person who, even though has some triggers and complexes, doesn't allow this darkness to take control over him. You know what kind of person is this? This is a person that I've described in the very first video on my channel. An invincible human being. A person who is impossible to manipulate. A person who is impossible to be controlled by different dark forces in this life, by society and all of the negative stuff in this world. A person who is absolutely free. But this freedom is also about understanding that you have light side and the dark side. You can be an angel, you can be a demon, but then being a total boss of your own psyche, of your own inner world. This is what being a master of reality really means. So yeah, my friends, now in the end of this video, I just want again to invite you to not treat everything from, for example, some holy scriptures as like literal serious things, but try to understand them symbolically. So after this video, you can just do some short exercise, like again, try to think about different situations from your past where when you acted as a demon, you was a demon in someone else's life, or you acted as an angel, you became an angel for someone else. And also try to understand what is your darkness, because it's really important. I think it's quite easy to understand what is your light, like what is this light inside you. We all know what does it mean to be kind, to be lovely, to be compassionate towards other people. But then many people nowadays have problems with understanding their dark side. They have a huge problem with finding the true meaning behind their demons, behind their inner beast. But trust me, once you understand your darkness, once you explore your darkness, and once you meet face to face all of your demons and you demand respect from them, you demand obedience, this is when you become fucking powerful person. My dear viewers, I love you all. Thank you so much for being here, for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time.